Thanks for joining us today. Tell us your name and about your project.
Je m'appelle Armand Fizeau. I am a French physicist who contributed to the discovery of the velocity of light.
So what were you guys trying to do or find?
We were trying to experimentally verify the velocity of light using non-astronomical means. We were trying to do it without the aid of telescopes or the movement of the planets and the light coming from the planets.
Alright, where did the experiment or project occur?
Why, of course, the experiment occurred at the PHYS Observatory.
What other events were happening in the world around this time?
Oh, many things were happening during the 1850s. It was a wild decade. In 1851, the Great Exhibition occurred, which was widely known as the world's first World Fair. Charles Darwin also published his book on the origin of the species and introduced his theory of evolution to the world.
Who else was involved in your project?
One of my good friends, Léon Foucault, was a friend and a collaborator of mine at the time, although he did not directly contribute to the project.
What was your role in the project?
I performed most of the experiment. I used a 720 tooth cog wheel and spun it at a speed of hundreds of times per second. I shined a light source through the wheel to a mirror on the other side and measured the amount of time it took for one tooth to change position. When I knew the amount of distance that the light traveled and the amount of time that it took for the tooth to move into a different position, I was able to calculate the speed of light c by dividing the distance by the time delta t. I only was allowed to divide out the time when the light's intensity was diminished, because I knew that the light wasn't fast enough to run through the cogwheel and back again.
So what impact did your experiment have on the physics community?
I determined the value of the speed of light to be 315,000 kilometers per second, which was is a little bit higher than what we know today, about 5% higher. But I brought us closer to the truest value for the speed of light than ever before.
Where did you come up with the idea for your experiment?
I got it from a man named Francois Arago, who previously performed experiments on the luminous ether to try and prove its existence, but failed. And he proposed that myself and Foucault could use a method similar to one that he used for a previous experiment with Charles Weston to experimentally verify the velocity of light.
Well, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.